So as you can see, I am back with another tier list video, and this time I wanted to rank all the Alice characters in the game. I mean almost all of them, because I'm just not gonna rank the non-elemental Alice that you get when you start the game, because she just sucks. She's the worst 4-star in the game. And then the light this Kid Alice is still good, but there are so many other light elemental breakers in the game that are just better than her, that she's just not good at this point. Like, she was pretty good in the beginning, but not right now, I would say. So I wanted to shout out Neph from Luminary, who has helped me make this video, because, you know, I do need some help. Like, I do need some opinions as well, if I make some stupid decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, he helped me a bit. Yeah, let's just jump right into this one. All the summonable Alices, I just, you know, the worst Alice in the game. It just has to be the Wind Alice, right? It just has to be her. Like, her art is pretty good. I have to say her art is good. Like, you know, with her own sword and Yuji's sword there on the bed, that, like, it looks pretty good. But she's just so weak. Okay, like, the weakness is just like, oh my god, like, she's so bad at this point. So her break skill is strong on a single enemy, which lowers magic attack by 10%. I don't know, man. And her assault skill lowers physical resistance, and she gives physical resistance on her enhanced skill. And her incarnate skill is just a slash attack on a single enemy. I don't know. I mean, Wind Elemental is not like the strongest element, I have to say, but still, there's many better Wind Elemental breakers in the game than this Alice. So she's gonna sit right there, because she's not good, okay? And then this Alice. This is the second Earth Alice in the game. Her art is pretty good as well. Like, this art is not bad at all, but she wasn't the best unit either, and she still is not. She's a charger, strong on single enemy, and then her charge skill and assault skill doesn't do anything, and she gives magic attack and raises physical resistance by 20%. For 4 turns about on her enhanced skill, which is not bad. This is pretty good, but that's like the only good thing about her, I would say. Like, her damage is low and her incarnate skill doesn't do anything. So yeah, this Alice is not that great. She's pretty outdated. And then you know, this Alice was like the best unit in my opinion when the game started. Like, day one, she was the best unit by far, because she was just carrying you through those story missions with her AoE skill. And now I do think she's better than this second Earth Alice, because she has the recollection field as well, and there aren't many recollection field Earth units, so you could use her if you wanna. But she also is a bit outdated at this point. Like, but her damage is still not bad, but she is outdated a bit. She lowers magic attack by 10%, which is, I don't know how helpful that will be. And she raises magic resistance, which is good in some cases. And her incarnate skill is an AoE, so that won't deal a whole lot when you fight bosses. So that's why she's on the 6th place and not further up. So yeah, so the Alices here on out are all good. They're all in the like top 15 characters, chargers or breakers. So the next one I would for the next one I would pick this light elemental break Alice, because I think she came a bit before the 6-month anniversary, right? Or after, I don't know. Now, she was a pretty strong character. She came out with Light Terraria Lifa. So, of course, Lifa is like the top 1 charger. Like, not anymore, but was like the top 1 charger. This Alice, of course, not many people limit broke this Alice. But she is pretty good. Her break skill is a magic attack strong on single enemy, lowers incarnate of enemies inflicted with continuous damage when using incarnate break. So this is pretty good. And then her assault skill of course deals added damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. And then her debuff skill lowers physical and magic resistance of dark elemental enemies by 15%, which is pretty good actually. So this is not bad at all. This Alice is still pretty strong and her art is just beautiful, and this still is like probably my favorite, one of my favorite moments of the in the anime, so it has to be one of my favorite incarnate skill animations, which deals damage on all enemies and then on a single enemy. So it's pretty strong and you know it's pretty useful. I still use her to this day because I do not have the enhanced mode Xenon. I probably would use the enhanced mode Xenon with Kirito over this Alice, but she's very good still. And yeah, so that's why she's in the 5th place. But of course, being in the 5th place doesn't mean that she's useless. She's just not as good as these other Alices. So now, so this choice is pretty hard because I personally picked the Fire Alice to be in the 4th place. But we could argue with the Water Alice because the Water Alice, the Water team has she has so much competition on the Water team. With enhanced mode Roni, Silica, Xenon, I think, yeah, Xenon is the other breaker, so she has so much competition, but this Fire Alice, she's still like the go-to fire charger. So, I mean, both of these could be top 3 Alices, but I will do it like this for now, because of the competition. So the Water Alice was, I think, the first enhanced mode unit, or this was the first, I don't know. So she is a breaker and she lowers the magic resistance by 20%, which is great. And then her assault skill deals additional damage on enemies inflicted with physical resistance or magic resistance debuff. And then of course the enhanced mode, we don't have to talk about that, it's just, I think, my favorite mechanics in the game, right? So and her incarnate skill also lowers magic resistance. So she doesn't do a whole lot on her skills, but she's so strong. She's very strong. So she still is a pretty good water elemental breaker. But as I said, she has some competition on the water team with Silica, Roni, Xenon and the other great breakers. So yeah, then after that the Fire Alice, of course, she came out with Edis, and many people have actually limit broke Edis over the Alice, because I would say that Recollection Field was pretty underrated before it got a buff. I think the most percentage that Recollection Field gave in the beginning was 15%, now it's 20%, and that 5% is actually a pretty nice a bonus right there. So she's a charger, as I said, and her charge attack lowers magic resistance by 20%, and then her assault skill is pretty much the same as the Water Alice's assault skill. And then she of course adds the Recollection Field on her second assault skill and on her incarnate skill as well. So she still is very good actually. She's a recent unit, I would say. Yeah, she's a top she's a top 3 Alice in my opinion, but yeah, still not as good as the second Alice, which will be the light elemental enhanced mode Alice. So this Alice is probably my favorite. I would probably take her over this non-elemental Alice because of the art. Like, I don't think we will get a better art than this one for a while. This art just looks amazing and it's just on another level. Like, this art, I don't think it even can compete with this light elemental Alice's art. So she is a pretty good unit. She doesn't really debuff a whole lot or anything. She's just a damage dealer, a raw damage dealer, and she is pretty focused on charging because she gets this 1.3 times charge percentage on her when she goes enhanced mode. So that's pretty good. And she inflicts continuous damage on her incarnate skill, which attacks all enemies first and then a single enemy. So it's not bad. She's not bad at all. She's a very good damage dealer. Up there with the God Kirito, and the God Kirito deals a whole lot of damage, and so does this Alice. And of course the Amayori animations, like, oh my god, this unit is just special. She's just very good. One of the best units I maxed with Boka, I think. So yeah, and of course the first place has to be the Anniversary Alice, because all the Anniversary characters were just on another level. So she's a breaker and she inflicts non-elemental continuous damage for 4 turns. And then she deals added damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage on her assault skill. And then on her enhanced skill, she raises all allies critical damage by 10% for 2 turns, which goes up to 3 turns if you get her up to level 105, which I would recommend you do. And then of course she has that recollection field, which is also very helpful. And she does raise critical on her incarnate skill as well. So yeah, very good unit. So much damage this unit deals, and I do think she was underrated because, I mean, not underrated, I do think that everybody just summoned on the Kirito and Edis, and not much people actually summoned on this maybe, or I don't know. I spent a whole lot on this unit and she was pretty worth it. So yeah, I do have her weapon as well. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Alices in the game. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next tier list or news video, or I don't know what video. So yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.